1520 AM and 92.3 FM WHOW. Stream live at DeWittDailyNews.com. They're also heard every hour on the station that's your easy choice. 95.9 FM WEZC. And to read the latest local news on your electronic device, including tablets, iPhones, and smartphones, go to DeWittDailyNews.com. DeWitt County's #1 source for local news is on the air, online, 24 hours a day.
News time is 8 minutes after 8 o'clock on this Friday. Thanks for being with us this morning from the newsroom of Regional Radio and DeWittDailyNews.com. I'm Seth Lawrence with this expanded local newscast. We stream to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. The Park Lane West subdivision extending Somerset Drive will open Monday. At the Tuesday night Clinton City Council meeting, Commissioner of Streets, Ken Buchanan, informed the community the intersection has a new four-way stop sign with flashing lights, and it will open Monday.
I'm talking with Steve. We're going to open up the new road out to the new subdivision starting Monday and let people know that there will be a four-way stop on the corner of Park Lane and Somerset. They will be putting up some temporary signs and letting people know that there's a new sign up. It'll be barricades with lights on it and stating that there's a new four-way stop ahead. So that'll be opened up, and also there'll be on the end of Somerset there on Linden. There'll just be a stop sign there, but it'll just be that one corner.
Commissioner Dan Ballinger had an exciting announcement that they are planning to get to work on the new Kiwanis Park playground equipment. The old equipment was demolished last fall, and new equipment was purchased late last year.
Spring's not too far away, so the new Kiwanis Park will get kicked off here pretty quick. All the equipment's sitting down at the street department, all packaged, ready to go. So I've talked to Tony, and he's moving forward, contacting the contractor to, start the process of what we got to do to get the ground ready. And Steve and his guys will be involved in it. So had a lot of questions on it. So that's moving along as we speak.
Clinton mayoral campaign signs are popping up across the community for the special election on April 1st. Commissioner Buchanan reminded the campaign signs cannot go up along the highways.
One of the things
I said something about political signs and stuff, and it told people you can't put it on city right away. That is also not just political signs; it's all signs. Seth asked me after the meeting if there was an ordinance on that. Yes, there is. I gave him the information. Anybody else wants the information, there are some papers sitting here on the desk you can take with you.
The council also heard about new city ordinances that were passed in an effort for the upkeep of property in town. Additionally, the council will hear from the community regarding solar development in the city on Tuesday, March 18th at 7 o'clock. A gas station in Clinton sold a $150,000 winning Powerball ticket for the Wednesday night drawing. The ticket was purchased at Casey's General Store on Highway 54 in Clinton. The lucky winner matched 4 out of 5 numbers plus the Powerball in Wednesday's drawing to score the $150,000 prize. The lucky winner has 1 year from the date of winning to claim their prize. The Illinois Lottery encourages the winner to write their name on the back of the winning ticket and keep it in a safe place until they're ready to claim their prize. For selling the winning ticket, Casey's in Clinton receives a 1% bonus of the prize amount, or $1,500. It's not the first time the retailer has sold a big winning lottery ticket. Just 2 years ago in March 2023, someone purchased a $450,000 winning Lucky Day Lotto ticket at Casey's in Clinton. Big D Food and Liquor in Clinton has also sold several big winning lottery tickets as well. Soil health is among the most important parts of successful crops and gardens. It's Soil Health Week, and Doug Gooker, educator with the University of Illinois Extension for DeWitt, Macon, and Piatt counties, explains the longer you have green things growing in the field, the better it is for the soil.
Well, one thing we should think about with soil health is that we really need to be thinking about having green plants growing on the soil for a longer period of time. Here in our typical corn and soybean rotation, we only have something green growing on the land 5 months out of the year. So the other 7 months, the soil is dormant, and so there really any life that's in the soil basically just goes dormant. And so some of the research we've learned, the reason we put add fertilizer just ahead of planting is that fertilizer actually jumpstarts the soil nutrients. And the reason why so often we can't find out where 50% or more of our nitrogen goes is because it's taken up by microorganisms in the soil who get rejuvenated and begin to grow and help us break down organic material, which helps release not only nitrogen from organic material, but other micronutrients that the plants need.
According to Gooker, having plants in the ground longer will help preserve the dormant microorganisms in the winter. This, in turn, will give you more successful crops come planting season.
Where if we keep green plants growing on the landscape, they actually, even through the wintertime, exude sugars from their roots that keep these microorganisms alive. And actually, your microorganisms are already jump-started when you put the seed in the ground. And so you're giving the plants a jump start. They're also able to use fertilizer more efficiently. And those living roots that are in there during the wintertime provide channels for our roots on the new plants, whether it's corn or soybeans, can use as they begin to grow. And if the soil dries down, it gives them pathways to deep soil moisture.
The University of Illinois Extension provides many resources that can help you grow your plants and crops this season, whether it's on the farm or in your backyard. Visit extension.illinois.edu/DMP. Yesterday was National Slam the Scam Day. On the WHOW Morning Show Thursday, Jack Myers with Social Security told Regional Radio in 2024, the Federal Trade Commission received over 195,000 complaints of government imposter scams, and Social Security was the most frequently impersonated agency. Almost 12% say they lost money to a scammer, and more than $97 million was lost to scammers impersonating Social Security.
Absolutely. You know, this is something that we've been doing with our Office of Inspector General for several years now. Basically, it's just an opportunity to try to raise awareness of all of these scams. We're talking about this kind of stuff throughout the year and trying to give people tools and information to prevent them from becoming victims of these scams. We're trying to keep people from stealing your money or your information. Unfortunately, the statistics are pretty somber when it comes to these sorts of things, Seth. Last year, the Federal Trade Commission received close to 200,000 complaints of government imposter scams, and Social Security was the most frequently impersonated agency. Of those people who reported scams, almost 12% said they lost money to a scammer, and more than $97.8 million was lost to scammers impersonating Social Security. So it's a big problem, and one of the things that we have to do is we just have to keep talking about it. The best way to combat these scams is to help people understand how to recognize them. It is to raise awareness of them. So that's why we have Slam the Scam Day, and that's why we're talking about it today, but that's why we'll also talk about it in the future. Just get the word out, make sure that people know that this sort of stuff is happening. And I think by raising that awareness, we're taking a step in the right direction towards preventing these things from happening.
The best way to combat scams is to help people understand how to recognize them. According to Myers, signs of a scam will include an unexpected problem or offer of a prize or benefit increase, pressure or urgency to act immediately, and a request for an unusual payment like cryptocurrency, gift cards, gold, wire transfers, or cash. He notes many of these forms of payment are untraceable.
One of the things when I mentioned the pay aspect, they're trying to get things that are untraceable and types of payments that once you relinquish them, you can't get them back. So some of the examples are cryptocurrency, gift cards. I've actually heard people using gold, transferring money to gold, wire transfers, cash, things that like I said, once you give them up, they're nearly impossible to get back. So those are red flags as well. One other thing that they sometimes say is that they're trying to get you to convert to these other sorts of finances, so that they can keep your money safe for you. That's a big red flag too. That's not what we're going to be doing. So don't fall for that sort of thing. Make sure that you're on high alert, because when the phone rings, there's a chance that it's one of these scammers on the other end. It's kind of frustrating that we have to talk about that and say that, but it's the reality of where we're at right now.
Sure.
More times than not, the person on the other end is actually trying to steal from you. So you just have to answer the phone, or you have to open that email, if you choose to open it at all, with that in mind.
Myers reminds and stresses Social Security will never text or email images of an employee's official government identification, suspend your Social Security number, or threaten you with arrest or other legal action if you do not immediately pay a fine or fee.
We are trying to administer a very important program here, and in doing so, we do occasionally need to contact folks, and so we might call you. For example, if you've recently applied for benefits, or you're receiving benefits and have requested a call from us, there may be a reason for us to reach out to you and contact you. If there is a problem with your record of some sort, we're typically going to send you a letter about that. We're not just going to call you up and pressure you into doing something. We would send you a letter in that kind of circumstance or situation. And if reviews are due, occasionally the type of benefit that you're on might require that we do periodic reviews. If that's the case, you're going to get something in writing from us. You're going to get a packet of information, and you're going to be able to respond that way. Even if you have an overpayment, sometimes people get paid too much and we have to ask for that money back. But if that's the case, you're going to get a letter about that. That letter is going to contain appeal rights. You're going to have options for how you pay it back. It's never going to be some sort of high pressure tactic where if you pay it back right now, you get a discount or something. We don't do that. So that sort of thing is not what you should expect from us. You should expect professional correspondence, things coming in the mail. Those are the types of contacts that we're going to make. And then, like I said, if you have scheduled an appointment, or if you've requested a call from us, then you could be receiving that. So don't be overly cautious in those circumstances, but in other situations, just be careful, because the pressure and attempts to get you to act hastily without having time to think about it, those are telltale signs of scams, and those are the things that you really should be skeptical of.
Scams should be reported as soon as possible. Myers notes if it is Social Security related, you can report it to oig.ssa.gov/report. And while victims are often embarrassed and don't want to talk about the scam, he says you should not be embarrassed. To report a scam, visit oig.ssa.gov. And for more information on scams and fraud, visit ssa.gov/scam or ssa.gov/fraud. 21 minutes after 8 o'clock is news time on this Friday. Again, we stream to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Network news comes your way after a look at local sports. High school boys basketball sectional championship action tonight across Central Illinois. Those matchups come up next in sports.
MR Systems Wireless is your local internet provider for Clinton and surrounding area. They have the products you want and the local service you deserve. MR Systems Wireless Internet service for home or business includes unlimited data, unlimited streaming, and unlimited calling. Plans start at just $48 a month and get a free Roku 4-lease with our media packages. Get the speed you need with MR Systems Wireless. Call them at 935-2100. That's 935-2100 for MR Systems Wireless.
Chip Flory here, the host of AgriTalk, the nation's longest-running agriculture talk show. I'm here to remind our listeners on Central Illinois' agriculture station, WHOW, that you can hear our show weekday mornings from 10 to 11 on WHOW's many platforms. On the Big 1520 across Central Illinois, 92.3 FM in DeWitt County, and now on 106.5 FM in Logan County, and on the WHOW app. AgriTalk on WHOW.
Share 55.
With SRN Sports, I'm George Williams. In NBA action last night, it was the Lakers over the Knicks in overtime, 113-109. LA is on an 8-game winning streak. They've moved up to second place in the Western Conference, 10.5 games behind the Thunder. Meanwhile, the number 2 team in the East, the Celtics, beat the 76ers 123-105. They remain 7.5 games behind the Cavaliers. Elsewhere, by 2 points, it was the Bulls over the Magic, 125-123. And also by 2 points, it was the Warriors over the Nets, 121-119. Hawks beat the Pacers, 124-118. It was the Rockets over the Pelicans, 109-97. NHL in overtime, Oilers beat the Canadiens 3-2. The Avalanche down the Sharks. Utah beat the Red Wings. Lightning over the Sabres. Panthers beat the Blue Jackets in a 3-0 shutout. Jets beat the Flyers. Hurricanes over the Bruins. Predators feeding the Kraken, and it was the Stars over the Flames. This is SRN Sports. One game in NCAA men's top 25 college basketball play. It was 8th-ranked Michigan State defeating Iowa 91-84. In pro golf, Wyndham Clark leads the Arnold Palmer Invitational after one round during a very un-Florida-like day of cold and windy weather at Bay Hill. NASCAR, this Sunday's stop will be the Shriners Children's 500 at the Phoenix Raceway. Off the track, it's a collision over money, as NASCAR is countersuing an ownership group which includes basketball great Michael Jordan over its revenue-sharing charter system. And in the world of tennis, Australia and the tennis world mourning the passing of a great player, Fred Stolle, who passed away at the age of 86. He had won 2 Grand Slam titles, 17 major doubles trophies, including 3 Davis Cup titles during the peak of his career between 1962 and 1969. He would later go on to become a commentator for Australia's Nine Network and other U.S. broadcasters. This is SRN Sports.
Time now for a look at sports. I'm Seth Lawrence with this report. High school basketball postseason action in full swing. Boys and girls. State finals in the girls' side. Sectional championship action tonight for the boys. Class 1A sectional championships. Tuscola battles Effingham St. Anthony in what should be a terrific matchup. Peoria Christian takes on Princeville. And Leroy takes on Heart of Illinois opponent GCMS tonight at 7. Class 2A sectional championship action tonight. It'll be a Sangamo Conference championship. Auburn battles Williamsville tonight at 7. Bismarck Henning takes on Kankakee McNamara tonight at 7 o'clock. Peoria Manual takes on Sherrard. And tonight, Teutopolis takes on Warrensburg Latham. Class 3A sectional championship action tonight. Chatham Glenwood meets Mount Zion. Metamora takes on Peoria. And in Class 4A sectional championship action tonight, should be a classic. Quincy takes on Normal Community tonight at 7. Johnny Kinzinger had 13 points in Illinois State's 70-54 victory at against Missouri State Thursday in the first round of the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament in St. Louis. Kinzinger had 6 boards for the Redbirds. Dalton Banks finished with 12 points and 8 assists. Chase Walker finished with 11 points. The 9-23 Bears were led in scoring by Vincent Brady and Michael Osi Bonsu with 10 points apiece. ISU took the lead with 9:33 left in the first half and did not give it up. Kinzinger led the team in scoring with 13 in the first half to put them up 38-23 at the intermission. ISU would extend the lead to 56-35 in the second half, fueled by an 8-0 scoring run. Malachi Poindexter scored a team-high 11 in the second half. Illinois State advances to take on 4th-seeded Belmont in the quarterfinal round today. Scores in the Missouri Valley Conference Tournament from the first round of Thursday's action in St. Louis. It was Southern Illinois edging out Indiana State 86-85. Murray State took down Evansville 74-53, and Valpo upset UIC 67-50. Quarterfinal action on this Friday in St. Louis. Kicking the day off at noon, it'll be Southern Illinois taking on top-seeded Drake. Mentioned Illinois State takes on Belmont today at 2:30. Bradley gets Murray State tonight at 6. Then at 8:30, Valpo takes on Northern Iowa, with the semifinal round on Saturday and the championship game on Sunday. Get sports anytime from your computer or mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com.
If you're looking for a local, full or part-time job in Central Illinois, there's an easy place to go to find current job openings. It's IllinoisJobPost.com. That's IllinoisJobPost.com. You'll find jobs available near you. And the best part is that it's free for candidates to access 24/7. If you want a local job, when you don't have to spend a lot of money on gas to get to, then you want access to IllinoisJobPost.com to check out current local job openings. That web address again is IllinoisJobPost.com. Another service from your friends at the Miller Media Group.
Netflix buffering, YouTube spinning, devices not connecting, Zoom calls dropping. Ugh, it's frustrating when you struggle to stay connected. You shouldn't have to worry about your internet in Clinton. It should just work. Well, let's end your frustration. Get internet at the speed of light from Connexus with incredible residential speeds up to 5